Today I'm going to be talking about my 9 favorite psychopaths. That's right, a TF2 YouTuber making a video about their favorite classes. Now you know that I've really run out of ideas. I've sang praise about this dumb game until my lungs collapsed. I've told you what I liked, and you know how I feel about the developers and the current state of the game, and if not, then go watch these videos. But now it's time for me to talk about something I haven't actually done before, which is the playable characters.
Did you actually make those lore videos where you do nothing but talk about the characters?
Yeah, I did. But those videos are overly in-depth and more so lore explanations, not my thoughts on the characters themselves. This video isn't about lore, it's about my opinions, which everyone knows is very important. Check it out, guys. Waylon's making a TF2 video. Drop everything you're doing and come look at this! I think I've stretched this intro long enough. These are my top 9 Team Fortress 2 classes. Coming in at number 9, last and certainly least, is the Pyromaniac. Who could have seen this one coming? With all the constant praise I give Pyro, you'd think they'd be number 1. But no, Pyro is last because fuck Pyro. They're probably the most annoying class to fight against, next to Medic and probably Scout. There's nothing more infuriating and shameful than dying to a Pyro. I don't know what it is or why, but if I figure it out, you'll be the first to know. Sure, his playstyle's pretty unique. Running up and lighting others on fire never really gets old, and who doesn't love Pyroland? Though every time I play as the Freak, I always feel like my fire should be doing more damage. Of course, it's the polar opposite when I'm actually fighting, but we don't like to talk about that. Truth is, he's really fun and spectacular in MVM thanks to the Gas Passer, and the Dragon's Fury certainly shines against tanks. But sadly, he's doomed to die alone at the bottom of my hours list. Uh-oh, hey, fraud alert!
The fuck are you in my house? Cut the video! Cut the video!
Headshot.
I feel like Sniper's gotten a bit of a bad rep these days. It doesn't help that he's the frontman to an entire legion of killer robots that has helped to ruin the game for the last 2 years. It also doesn't help that he often takes advantage of lag and weird source player code to make most of his kills, or the fact that he's a slimy, disgusting, van-living weirdo. He's actually Superman from New Zealand, so he's coming in here because of that. I like him just a little bit more than Pyro, probably because he takes more skill. Now don't get me wrong, Pyro takes skill, but it just doesn't look like he does. Sniper, on the other hand, is where your ability to play point-and-click games really comes in clutch. Just look at all these cool weapons! The Bizarre Bargain, the Hitman's Heatmaker, the classic. When tryhards see Sniper, their pants become a Hitman's Heatmaker. He's French. Okay, so number 7 is Spy, because I just can't find him to be the suave, dashing rogue everyone else thinks him to be. If I want to get a multi-kill, I'll hop over to Demo or Heavy. Playing a Spy makes me feel like I'm a Twig, where if any other player sneezes on me, I'll just die instantly. Then 3 of them switch to Pyro, and the engineer hides in a corner like, yeah, thanks, Spy. I can always count on you to snuff out the enemy's defenses. But to give Spy credit, I have to say, he has some of the funniest ragdolls in the game. I could be on death's door, but every time I see this souffle-sucking snake bite the dust, I'll stop and laugh.
What makes me a good demo man? If I were a bad demo man, I wouldn't be sitting here discussing it with you, now would I?
You know, I really enjoy playing as this black Scottish Cyclops, so let me actually talk about why he's the world's greatest demo man. Did you know he killed the Loch Ness Monster? Did you know he's the only demo man in his family with an eye in his head past 30? Did you know the Highlander enjoys churros? He's also very racist against robots, and for some reason, gets publicly drunk and passes out in random places despite being so rich, he owns a mansion for both him and his mom. Do you ever think about how all the mercs except Scout and Soldier are just obscenely wealthy? I seem to be getting off topic here. Demoman is cool, and I think he's nicer to hang around than the last 3 losers. Also, his gameplay style is very addicting, even though I'm not very good at him. I've gone over this in my What Makes a Main video, which I will be making another one later, but blowing people up as this guy is oddly one of the most satisfying things in all of gaming.
Some people think they can outsmart me. Maybe. Maybe. I've yet to meet one that can outsmart Bullet.
That's right, baby. You think I forgot about Heavy? Valve might have, but I certainly didn't. Here's the thing. I like Heavy, and he's fun, but he's very situational. I have to be in a good mood to play as him, otherwise the feeling of, oh great, we're losing, no one's switching to Heavy, even though we obviously need one, I guess I have to now, washes over me and I underperform. But in contrast to that, there's nothing better than absolutely demolishing your opponents in a flurry of bullets, leaving them sad and ashamed at how terrible they are! Heavy may be the purest example of a specialist and a prime case of sticking to the fundamentals, but he's still a damn good time when the planets align. Not to make it sound like Heavy isn't fun at all, it's just that for me, personally, I'm less likely to have fun as him than I would Soldier or even Spy. But he's still a very cool character, and remember that one time he killed a giant bear when he punched Classic Heavy in the face, or the time he mowed down like 50 soldiers while Ubered and the saxophone was playing?
If fighting is sure to result in victory, then you must fight. Sun Tzu said that, and I'd say he knows a little more about fighting than you do, pal, because he invented it. And then he perfected it so that no living man could best him in the Ring of Honor.
America wins again! That's right, coming in at number 4 is Overwatch's worst nightmare, the Soldier. Honestly, if we're talking about fun factor alone, Soldier should have made the top spot. There are few characters in games that I have more fun controlling than I do Soldier. It's gotten to the point where I can't even replay Half-Life 2 without the urge to rocket jump. Just like Demo, it helps that his explosions are inherently a satisfying element. That gratifying and the are things that go hand in hand, like peanut butter and chocolate. I can't even talk about Soldier without my inner American shining through. Like, God, he's just so damn American, it's insanely comical. He's biased, insane, based as all hell, and I love it so much. Honestly, if every character in games like Overwatch or Valorant were just as psychopathic and rude like he is, they would be better games. He's got so much personality that you literally can't hate the guy. I can't even talk about this man without American music absorbing everything I say or do, so I'm just gonna leave it at the fact that he's amazing character. Okay, this next one, serious question. I'm gonna need you to give me your full attention for this one, alright? Okay. What would happen if you gave Sonic a shotgun and made him infinitely more self-centered? Well, I think you'd get Scout TF2. The living embodiment of the fact that everyone from Boston in real life can double jump makes a third spot because honestly, he just kind of ran in here and demanded that he make the top spot. Now, third place was honestly the best I could give him, but don't let him know that. I doubt he'll watch the actual video. Anyway, Scout is an annoying little motherfucker, and in the right hands, he's one of the most frustrating classes to fight it, even more so than Pyro. Something about being killed by this raging storm with legs is either embarrassing or really funny. Like father, like son, Scout has some of the funniest expressions and animations in general. Honestly, Scout might have gotten higher if I didn't have the same inconsistency problem I have with Heavy. Because sometimes, I'm at the top of my game, hitting every shot and dropping the opponents and zipping out faster than they can even comprehend I was there. But other times I'm failing to connect a single shot, almost as if playing Scout prevents my brain from being able to actually aim. Like, I can see my enemy, but my hands has a mind of its own, it just fidgets all over the place. Maybe I've had one too many cans of Blanc, but when I'm really in the zone, nothing can stop me. But have you ever noticed that you've never seen Scout and Sonic in the same room together? Sonic is blue, Scout is blue. Think about it. Yeah, man. You just got your mind absolutely blown away. Let me share a secret with you guys. I might act like I enjoy playing as all those other guys, but it's actually all a complete lie. Fuck all that power class and being an actually threatening opponent bullshit. In almost every game I play, I prefer being a support role of some kind. I might seem like a soldier main on the outside, but it's very rude of you to assume that. In actuality, I really prefer staying on the sidelines and just helping out my team. I think the reason I'm such a proud medic main is because I get a lot of gratification from healing my friends and helping them succeed. Although I do get some sick pleasure watching my healing target obliterate the competition with a well-timed Uber a crit boost, and he is my go-to character in MVM, and unlike Heavy, I actually really love playing as him when nobody else is. When I see that my team doesn't have a medic, I don't think, oh great, nobody else wants to do this. I think, oh great, I get to push my friends to victory and make sure everyone stays healthy. It's probably my inner drive to make everyone happy. I guess I just really like taking care of people. And this isn't all an act or anything. I really do play support roles in most games I play. You can ask just about anyone that knows me or pays even the slightest bit of attention to the games I play or how I play them. So yeah, I guess I just really like playing medic, even if it can be incredibly frustrating sometimes because the soldier I'm healing decided to rocket jump away when he isn't in full health yet, or when the bastard Pyro doesn't stop moving so I can crossbow him. Honestly, you know what, never mind. I get too emotional when playing this game. When someone I was healing for a long time doesn't make it or suddenly dies, I just feel awful. It's like, I was responsible for that person. They trusted me to keep them safe, and I failed them, and they died and will be dead forever! Even when they die and respawn, I feel guilty, as if I have to stay with them now, and escort them to safely just to make up for it. And you can't tell me it isn't gut-wrenchingly tragic when someone with low health runs towards you, hoping that they can make it, hoping that you'll be able to heal them in time, but they just barely eat it, and they're killed trying to get to you. Medic is an emotional class, but I think I can think of someone that beats that by a country mile. You know, I feel like this was obvious.
Hey, look, buddy. I'm an engineer. That means I solve problems. Not problems like what is beauty, because that would fall within the purview of your conundrums of philosophy. I solve practical problems.
Anyone that knows anything about me knows that engineer would be number one. Ever since I was drawn to this game, I always thought engineer was a badass. The idea of being able to build a massive sentry gun to lock down an area and delete overconfident players who think they can walk all over my team was very appealing to me. Also, there's nothing funnier to me than when I'm away from my sentry and I hear damage noises like, "Yep, that's my gun!" Similar to Medic, it's very easy for me to get attached to my buildings. When my sentry dies, I flare up like my best friend was just killed holding the line or something. When my teleporters go down, it's more of an annoyance. Like, ugh, I worked so hard to get that there, and then some random asshole who has no business even being there just killed it! Nothing hurts worse than a dispenser being killed, probably because it's, completely defenseless. It serves no ulterior purpose than to heal others, and it always goes down. But what I really love is proving others wrong. Thinking I'm some defenseless baby who needs his toy to help him. I've racked up nearly 500 hours on Engineer, so I know a thing or two. I wear the Engie main badge of honor with pride, damn it! So yeah, Engineer is my favorite class, and I probably wouldn't have even started playing without his niche. So many other games fail to replicate his playstyle. The closest I've ever seen is Engineer from Risk of Rain 2. Those sentries are in a league of their own, trust me. Engineer is a class I naturally gravitated towards. Sure, sometimes I dread it when I join a game that doesn't have one, and sometimes the idea of playing Engineer on defense fuels me with anxiety, dread, and rage! But I've never had more fun with a character than I have with him. Maybe some of the entries on this list can shift depending on the day, but I'll never change how I feel about this intelligent and brave Texan man. Thanks for watching this video. It took a huge hit when I was sick with COVID. Those were probably the worst 2 weeks of my life, but I had my friends and this channel to help me get through it. I would like to thank everyone here who sent me fan art while I was sick. Every single one of these is appreciated, and each artist is a complete badass. If you want to submit fan art to be shown at the end of each video, like what you're looking at right now, simply join my Discord server or DM me on Twitter. Also, I recently hit 2,000 subscribers, so a huge shout out to each and every one of you, especially you, given that you watched all the way here to the end. You're all awesome, no matter what.